but even in the days when I used to bounce the checks over there, they were so gracious enough to go, I think he'll be all right. They're really a good company. I've been with them a long time, and I don't like banks in general. I don't think we usually do like banks that much. You know, I don't think it's a natural thing to give up your money for someone to hold it for you. Remember when that happened when you were a kid and that money was gone? I think that's what people are still afraid of no matter what. So we're watching you. Along with that athletic club thing, get some better stairs here. These are the original stairs Lincoln used to speak here. Isn't Plywood, Minnesota still open? Is that out of business? I know there's a Menard somewhere. I know all that stuff was invented in Minnesota, that building stuff. Because when you're in the house for 9 months, you start looking around. I should take that wall out. Well, I was reluctant to do something like this because I'm really not a speaker. I'm more of a commander and barker. But you know, as a comedian, speaking, you know, you have to do some work and prepare yourself. But I didn't. I just didn't have time. No, St. Paul, you know, I always introduce myself as a national comedian wherever I am from St. Paul, Minnesota. And 10 minutes later, I'm reintroduced as from Minneapolis. It always happens, and I go, my God, when are we going to have a war? And settle this thing once and for all. I love St. Paul. Every day, all of you, I'm sure, like me, are drawing from all your experiences in St. Paul. It's inevitable. Now, I came in here, I flew into the St. Paul and Minneapolis Airport Fitness Center. And at G-Gate, that's actually in Wisconsin, isn't it? I didn't think I'd make it to baggage, for God's sake. People were betting on me. He's not going to He'll fly out to New Ulm. So, we then drove to Duluth. I had a little gig in Duluth. And right away I got there, I compared St. Paul to Duluth. So we're doing really good. Then somebody said, hey, your other gig is in Fargo, why don't you drive it? And that's a mistake. Anything, but to drive, I wanted to be in one of those bank things, you know, where you put the coins in and shoot you there. That's the thing. I thought about killing myself several times on the drive from Duluth to Fargo. About Wadena. I'm not sure that's a place. So then I got to Fargo and I realized, boy, St. Paul's really nice. Again. And then I got to Little Falls, where Jason Schomer is the reason I went to Little Falls, was brought up, and I thought, wow, it's neck and neck. Actually, no, I'm kidding. Well, they had 2 Dairy Queens in a really small town. But I really love St. Paul. It's really, like, every time I come here, I get even choked up saying St. Paul. It's a really special place. I mean, I grew up on the east side over there. We grew up in, yes, the east side. Let's hear it for it. This is my water. So I grew up on the east side, and my parents moved in. They had 11 children. And my parents, you know, as you can imagine, my dad always worked really hard, but 11 children, you have to work really hard to have any money if you're not my dad was a laborer, so he worked 2 jobs, and I imagine when they moved in, things are feeding back up. 4-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms. That was gigantic, and I know that that was a big part of my life. Even though they were projects, they weren't, I mean, other people thought we were, you know, poor. We lined up in project lines. That was never a good idea at the school. There were project kids lining up, and then other kids. So that was a weird thing. But you would have been able to spot us anyways, because we all had the same coats on. Because when you grow up and you get any help from the government, from the welfare, you get the coat at the same place, because they had the vouchers. And so every kid had the same coat, and you go, oh my God. It's just like when the luggage comes down, and you realize, oh my God, I bought the same bag as the rest of America. Luckily, I don't own any ribbon. But we had great heat. You know, we had, you know, those are the kind of things when you grow up really poor. Heat, lights, right? A clean place to live. It was really a big thing. So we lived there for a long time, and it was really, it was a sense of pride, even though we lived in the projects. That's what's different about St. Paul. Even though when you go by the projects, you go, are those projects or are those apartments? Do you know what I mean? There was a sense of, they were nice, things were kept a little better. And growing up here, you know, we've got Aid to Dependent Children, I think it was called, AFDC. I don't remember what the initials were on it, but AFDC. And because of that, got my teeth fixed. I mean, I didn't get them fixed, but, because they always wanted to put braces on, and I went, I don't think so. I just thought the teeth were the right teeth for me. I don't know how I do that, but I went, you know, those kind of buck teeth are going to work for you. And they did. And still, I sometimes look and go, oh, those are terrible. But they did turn out to work for me. And you know, because one of the things that was really apparent to me is that this is a really special place, St. Paul. And the thing, first of all, there's lots of things I'd like to change about it, but I won't get into that. Because we all want it to be the bustling, we want to beat Minneapolis, let's just be honest. We want to crush them. I mean, secretly, in our own St. Paul way. We don't want to be audacious about it, but we would love to honestly crush them and have them be the second, third, or fourth city. Sometimes, like North St. Paul beats St. Paul. I'm just kidding. You see, this is the problem with St. Paul. Can I just bring this up? No sense of humor. Really, look at it. The bank, what was it, Matt? Matt? David? Close. Just kidding. Sorry, David. You just look like a Matt. So, now David, they were tough, right? Right from the beginning with you. You tried to do a little joke and they just stared you down. They just like, they said, you're not getting, they wouldn't even applaud for the 10 million in donations. I had to start that out. And then they obviously didn't care about Japan at all. So, and it all has to do with the bank charges, and they go back a long time. We've all been scarred by those bank charges. $2.39 for what? I'll process the check. Because we don't understand banking, and that's how you guys like it. And when banking moves into this century, it's funny how banking is kind of like still, like I was at a bank trying to cash a bad check. And what was really funny is I realized there's so much paperwork at your bank, isn't there? It wasn't your bank, it was another bank called Sovereign Bank, which you'd never want to put any money in that. Have you ever even heard of it, David? I mean, yeah, it is David, right? Not Matt. Yeah. it's worse than ever. This is one of the, you can see it in people's faces. This is a rough winter. I remember these where you just walked around and went, huh? Who are you? You know, the winters where the jumper cables didn't even do anything for you. You know, this is a winter where the term good gloves was used a lot. You going out? Yeah, you got your good gloves? People don't understand that whole good gloves thing, but you guys do. You learn to be nice because of the winter here. You can't make someone mad in the summer, you might need their help in the winter. My mom would have picked up anyone. Let's pick him up, he looks cold. Ma, that's Charlie Manson. That's all right, Louie, I'll talk to him. Mom, he's got a knife. But we could use a good knife. So every day I think about my family and growing up here and driving from down Maryland to go downtown for my dad to mail his prize word Pete puzzle so that he could win $500. That's what my dad wanted. Every week he worked on that puzzle, and he would ask the dumbest kid, which was me, about words. What is the 7-letter word for pinochle? Is it edible, pinochle? You know, I never knew any of that stuff, but I remember that trip. I remember that trip down Maryland and then down to the post office down here on, is it 3rd? What one is it? Kellogg, yeah. The breakfast street. And being a kid and wanting to put that in there because of that thing that jutted out. They should have a thing that juts out that we can just throw stuff in. And you could sort it for us. So I remember that, and I remember taking that river road all the way out past that giant Pearson Candy Company, where I had heard there was like a 30-pound candy bar. I'd heard rumors of it. 30-pound candy bar. Yeah, they give it away to people. How do you get one of those? But I remember a big thing. I remember the kindness of people who didn't know us. That was a big thing to me. The charitable part of the St. Paul is gigantic. And the programs for mental illness, the programs for addiction, and the programs for schools, and the program for people that we don't know, but we know it could be for us, because we're all just a paycheck or two away from being homeless. That's how I look at it. You know, any of us, there's 70 million people right now who are one paycheck away from being homeless. So I always liked the idea that I came from a place that really gave a lot, that really cared about it. And I figure I paid about 10 million in taxes in my life, or it seemed like it. And so that $53 a month we got from welfare was a very good investment. And that's what I'm really interested in, and why I'm glad to be from here, because I think that, you know, as you get older, I just turned 50 7 years ago. Well, I hate saying 57. Doesn't that sound a lot better the way I said it? Because people are semi-confused by it. You what? That's right. You're going to have to do math if you find out my age. Oh, I just hate getting older. No one likes it. How old are you? No, you're young, aren't you? 30. I used to be able to pee from my bed into the toilet. There was an arc on it. There was a rainbow going through it. Where do you think that expression comes from, pot at the end of the rainbow? Now I just think I peed. Did I pee? I don't know. I'm going to try again. warned you. First of all, time starts moving faster. People are always coming up to me, Louis, what'd you do today? It's over? I had some soup. But on a serious note, which is always boring, isn't it? Isn't serious stuff? Serious stuff's hard for me because I get all St. Paul'd up, you know? Because this is a sentimental place to me. That's we never were allowed in anything like this, but you know, we didn't even know this existed. There's those buildings again. Where's the White Castle? Here's what we used to do downtown. My dad would take me with him to the KC Hall. Is that it? On 9th and what? Somewhere down here? And we'd play bingo with lima beans. It was really fun. Then we'd go get the Coney dogs afterwards. Those are really fun things. But anyways, the thing that I really wanted to talk about today was, it really is important to me, and I want you to know that I'm behind anything you do in St. Paul, that I can help make this a better place. I just want you to know you have my commitment. It's a great sense of pride for me to be from here. I love the city, and I've been trying to get people to embrace my idea about putting the Stand-Up Comedy Hall of Fame here, because I really think that the Stand-Up Comedy Hall of Fame needs a home, first of all, because, you know, because stand-ups are kind of an odd group of people, and it would work perfectly here. It would, and I could get all the memorabilia, and we could do a wonderful retrospective, but also the laughter. I mean, I think that we, as a family, I learned a lot about humor in the Twin Cities. I mean, this is a funny place. There's no place like this. We don't know we're oftentimes the joke, but that's okay. You know, I think it's a good thing to be like that. And I would really be behind anything like that, but it doesn't have to be my idea, you know, but it should be. But it doesn't. We have some servicemen in the audience. Thank you very much for your service. Joan Stocking's here. She was a stand-up comic I started with. You're with Wells Fargo now, Joan? Give me a loan for that Stand-Up Comedy Hall of Fame. Then just cancel it. Have the bank just eat that loan. Let us build it. She's a great person. And Jason Schomer, very funny guy also, if you get a chance to see him. It doesn't have to be my idea, but I really think that we could. My dad was a veteran, by the way, so he always would let us know about it. I'm a veteran, Louis. You ever been to war, Louis? I'm 8. Always something with you. But I know I'm not an inspiring speaker on one hand, but I'm really a good cook. I really care about this place, and I really am behind it, and I hope that I can do something to help the city get the downtown going a little more, because we drove in here last night. I'm telling you, there wasn't anyone in here. I thought you guys had all been abducted. Sorry, when you get older, all the words aren't available. Isn't that a horrible feeling? I was looking for abducted, and it sent me duct tape. Your head's like that 8-ball thing, you shake it, and hope the right phrase comes up. Try again later, Louis. The worst part about getting older is getting where you can't see anymore. I mean, I can see all of you, I just can't read anything. I have little glasses. I can't read anything smaller than that Egypt sign right there. It's a horrible feeling because you never have the glasses when you need them. Where are you, Louis? I'm at the hotel. What's What's your number on the phones? Can you ever get it close enough to where... Oh, here it is, 7. Geez, it looks like there's a W in it. Are they putting letters in the numbers again? Full circle. Yeah. The cell phone is the worst thing. You can never see that caller ID. Adolf Hitler. Does that maniac get a hold of my number? That's going to voicemail. He's a talker. See, sometimes I'll do that joke and people will be kind of offended by it, but not St. Paul. We get how funny that joke really is. Sometimes I have to say to people, you know Hitler's dead, right? He didn't really call me. The worst part is when people text me now. That's a terrible feeling about getting old. Because you text them back, and then halfway through your text back, they text you again. Are you okay? I call them, hey, I need more time. Where's the space bar on that phone? Thanks is not spelled with an X. You ever stand next to a younger person texting? I'm gonna go lay down. Well, it was a pleasure to be here. I just wanted to make you laugh a little, give you a free book, and, you know, let you know that I'm a St. Paul person through and through. I'm here. If you need me, give me a call. Well, don't call too early. But I just want you to know I really support St. Paul. That's why I'm here, and I love you guys, and I hope that you have a great year. Keep supporting. This is a great city.